Yuji's on a much higher level than he was before. It's my priority should be. Hey, you there.
Go Red, go Red, go Red!
Don't let him die on us. Guess I can play a little rough. Technique amplification, blue. Technique reversal, red. Hollow. Purple.
And now we can't tell if the special grade was exercised or not.
Yo, what is good, y'all? It's your boy Nerdame here with another figure review, and today we're looking at the SHF Satoru Gojo.
Sorry for the wait!
Satoru Gojo
From Jujutsu no Kaisen. If you guys have seen my last review for the SHF Yuji figure, please make sure you check that video out. Make sure you thumbs up the video as well. It's gonna help me a lot, so greatly appreciate it. But I mentioned this figure, and I mentioned that I was a little skeptical about the articulation and how he was gonna pan out. And I was even more skeptical after people were posting photos of the figure on IG. A lot of people saying, dope figure, great figure, he's perfect. And I'm like, I don't know, Chief. So I'm definitely pleasantly surprised. He is definitely worth all the praise. So I can't wait to get into the review today. Before we get into everything, as usual, I want to say thank you guys for checking out my IG. I'll be posting photos of my figures there before I review them here. So make sure you like those those photos. And if you want, post me in your story. You see something dope you like, put me out there. I appreciate it.
You just do exactly as I say and go with the flow.
Also want to say thank you for you guys who are checking out my TikTok page. Got a lot of dope content on there as well. So make sure you like those videos whenever you get a chance. And also, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube page. We just hit the over 500 subscriber mark. I really appreciate it. You guys are killing it. Make sure you thumbs up the video and subscribe. But like I mentioned, I'll definitely be doing another giveaway fairly soon. If you've seen my 100 subs giveaway video, I give away a Bestly Studio figure, custom figure. And I plan on doing the same here. We've already got it ordered, just waiting for it to arrive, and then I'll give you guys the details on the giveaway. So I really appreciate the support. You guys are dope.
So we have to make it a surprise.
So yeah. What else? I feel like I'm always forgetting something before I get into everything. No, I think that'll be it. So let's get into it. Alrighty, getting into a closer look, and this figure is dope. I was really worried. I'm just gonna get straight to it. I was really worried about the articulation on the waist. Again, if you saw my Yuji review, I kind of addressed this, but articulation as far as going forward, it's not that great. It is limited, and you are gonna get a little bit of a gap in there the more you bend him forward. But to be honest, I don't mind it that much. Here he is going backwards. Could be better, but not bad. And you are still gonna get that gappage in the front there. But what I most enjoy or appreciate is the plastic on the figure. I'm trying to think. I know on my Broly, the hard plastic part for his Baw's ear is like a super flimsy light material. This is pretty similar, if not the same type of material or same type of plastic, where it just flaps up. It's pretty thin and flimsy, and it doesn't get in the way at all as far as articulation. I really appreciate that. Limiting articulation on figures is like the worst thing. But even if you wanted to get him about that high, you could do that. And he has pretty good articulation as far as swiveling, turning. He even has a little bit of side to side, which is cool. It's still a little stiff because it's all still plastic, but I think this is definitely a good way to go. This is definitely a good start. So articulation again, the elbows are super articulated. I appreciate that. That's great. I even appreciate the ball joints for the hands. It's just like in my Yuji review. And let's put that back on there. And I like the neck articulation is great. He's definitely going to be able to do whatever you need him to do there. And the knee articulation is great. Appreciate that. You even have a toe hinge. You have a swivel or an ankle rocker. This is dope. Like, they really pulled the stops of this figure. It's almost like someone in the company of SHF was like, yo, this is like my favorite character, so we better not mess this up. Or this is my favorite series, you know, let's knock all these off the park. And I low-key hope that they make some of the other characters in the series. But yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. There is one downside, at least for me personally. So as far as the alternate heads go, you just pop them off, and then they pop into a ball joint. Again, the articulation here is great. I have a problem though with these, with these face plates. So how you swap out the alternate heads is that there's pegs right here, plug into those two holes. We'll use another one, but it's so, I don't know, it doesn't really, you kind of really have to jam it in there to make sure it's secure. Or maybe it's just this face where, I don't know, I feel like it doesn't hold in place. So when you pop it back on, sometimes I have the issue where it just comes right off, the whole thing. And then you gotta, I don't know, move your hands in there, wedge them in there to push it back up, which is a pain. But you don't get the Gojo figure for the head with the wrapping around his eyes. I mean, you kind of do. But what you really get this figure for is for this alternate face that has his 6 eyes. So again, if you guys are a fan of the show, you know what I'm referring to. And this alternate head is perfect. They killed it here. I love how the I don't know, the hood or the collar of the jacket, how you can kind of get them in different little looks here, even with just this one face, where you're hiding the mouth or whatever, he's being sinister, or you can sneak in his little smile or whatever. But this is dope. It's so wild. This is such a simple face, but it's so expressive. But yeah, articulation here is great. I'm trying to think of if I really have any other issues. And then there's also like a butterfly joint. It doesn't really come in that much, which is a bit of a bummer. You're not really gonna get him to do like cross arms or anything just from this way. You're gonna get about that much. But I mean, outside of that, I think it's great. Let me take a quick look at the box that the figure comes in. If you saw my Yuji review, you know that the box that Yuji came in was a little small. This one is the same case. Again, I don't know if SHF is just trying to save the environment with smaller packages. If that's the mindset, I appreciate it. But the detail definitely isn't skipped on here. So I love the little looks. Even on the back, the detail is great. And simple and sweet, you know? Satoru Gojo on this side. Satoru Gojo on the back. But dope packaging, dope figure. I'm really happy that I picked this one up. For the longest time, I was really contemplating even getting him, because I don't know. After they dropped this face though, and some of the promotional photos, I was like, I had to get this one. So I'm definitely glad. And definitely maybe try to get him while you can, if you guys are interested, because I really don't know what's gonna happen with this line, whether they're gonna make some of the other characters in the line or not, or if it's just gonna stop here with just the 2. So I guess we'll just have to see, but try to pick him up while you can before he's gone, because if this ends up like the SHF Naruto line, woo, these guys are gonna get pretty pricey. So let's get into the accessories. Taking a look at the accessories, and these are all the alternate faces and hands included with the figure. I think he's definitely included with the large variety of alternate hands, which I really appreciate. And the 3 alternate faces are dope as well. Not really sure what other Gojo related faces you would need, but I think this is great. One thing that is odd in my opinion is I understand what this one is for, but I don't know if it's just not practical, or I just prefer not to use it as much. But this is the covering with the blindfold that he has around his eyes. You can kind of put it around his collar when he has the mask off face. I haven't seen any real photos where people have really been able to incorporate it, but I mean, it is what it is. It's there if you want it. So, but yeah, alrighty, let's. Oh, I mean, as far as other alternative accessories that they could have included, maybe like a blue or red orb for like the Akka and whatever the attack is made or called or whatever. But I mean, outside of that, this is a pretty good bunch. I really appreciate it again for the small packaging. He definitely has a lot included there. But yeah. Alrighty, getting into a height comparison. Gojo is a little bit taller than I kind of expected, to be honest. Here, I'll show you an example. Here he is compared to the SHF Naruto from Naruto Shippuden. He's literally gonna look like Naruto's dad. But I don't know. I think it works, you know, as far as scaling. I think you can make it work. Here he is compared to my custom Bestley Studios Kakashi. And I know these guys get a lot of comparisons. I can see why. Gojo is going to be taller than the Bestley Studio figures. But I think in some poses you can kind of make it work. You just gotta play around with it a little bit. Here he is compared to my custom Bestley Studio Taka Kakashi. Oh my god, Sasuke. And he's gonna tower over Sasuke also, but again, he's supposed to be older. It works. It is what it is. Here he is compared to my custom Master Ultra Instinct Goku from ABT Customs. And he's gonna be taller than Goku also. It literally looks like his daddy, but I think it works. You could get him in some poses and you really don't even notice it on photo. And here he is compared to my Broly, my SHF Broly from Dragon Ball Super movie Broly. If I can get him to stand, sure, that'll work. But yeah, Broly usually towers over everybody. I guess that's gonna be still the same case for Gojo, but because he's in such like a weird space of being tall and not too tall, it kind of just works. He's like literally in the middle of what these two figures would be. So, alrighty. All in all, this is a dope figure. If you're a fan of the character, definitely gotta swoop him up. This is probably gonna be your best bet for the moment. SHF knocked it out of the park. Hoping that maybe someone does a custom Gojo with like a jacket that's like more cloth or fabric material. I think that will look pretty dope. But I mean, as far as this one goes, articulation isn't limited. He is a bit taller, so just kind of keep that in mind when you're scaling and everything. And he has a lot of accessories, but I definitely, in my opinion, think you could have maybe included a little bit more, but it is what it is. So yeah, that's gonna be it today for me, guys. As always, make sure you follow my IG. I have a lot of dope stuff that I'm posting on there, a lot of previews for figures before I review them here as well. Make sure you check out my TikTok. Got a lot of dope content on there as well. And of course, make sure you subscribe here on YouTube and you like the video as well. Comment below if you guys have any ideas on what other figures I should pick up to review as well, because I definitely keep that into consideration. So yeah, I don't forget about you guys. I got you.
Even solve global warming. Cool!
So yeah, that's gonna be it today, guys. And yeah. Oh, also, I don't even know if people are seeing this or not, but make sure you stay after the end of the review for some photos of the figure. So yeah. Alrighty, peace.